really focus on different breathing techniques today. So this is it's called a basic breath series, but they're not basic breaths. We're going to go through a few different types of breath and just take the opportunity to really connect to the breath. So obviously we all breathe, all day automatically, but our breath can really set the tone for how we're feeling physically, but also emotionally. When we become stressed or anxious or wrung out, our breath often becomes really shallow, just into kind of the top half of the chest. And when we can observe the difference in the breath, which we're going to do this evening by trying a few different ones, we can really work with the breath in our everyday to, either increase our energy, to help us sleep, to help us be calm and maintain that calm level, to shift us out of the ego, to bring, loads of different things we can do with this wonderful breath that's with us all the time. So we're gonna, connect deeply to the breath this evening, which also gives you that lovely energy lift that we kind of all need around this time, as with it being the full moon tomorrow, and it's the full moon in Aries, so it's the beginning of the first sign of the zodiac. It's a good time to think about intentions and what we need to leave behind and what we're moving into in the coming 12 months. So we'll do a little bit of that in our practice as we go today as well, and just use that energy to connect a bit deeper with ourselves this evening. We'll warm up the body as always. We'll just loosen off any stress from the day, from the week, and then we'll get straight in. So we'll just bring the palms together at the heart center, thumbs just gently resting on the sternum. And we're just going to take a couple of nice deep breaths here, just to start to begin to notice that relationship to how we're feeling, how the mind is, and how the breath is. So just observing the breath to begin with, just breathing in, and when you need to, just breathing out. Just deepening that breath. So as you inhale this time, just draw the breath deeper down into the belly. And as you exhale, just see if you can make it just a few seconds longer. See if you can drop the shoulders, lengthen the neck, and just feel that tension start to melt away. Again, nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to take one more just like this. So nice inhale all the way down. Gentle releasing exhale. And we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, connecting us to that divine wisdom, that knowledge within, and the divine wisdom of the universe, of Mother Nature, of everything that surrounds us and guides us. So we're going to repeat the mantra 3 times. Sitting up nice and tall, we're inhaling to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a nice deep breath in. Just pausing the breath here, just suspend the breath, feel that deep sense of connection to yourself, to the universe, to the divine. When you need to release the breath, just gently exhale. Keep the eyes closed and just allow the hands to drift down to the knees, palms facing up. And once more, just observe the breath here. So just allow the breath to come back into its natural rhythm, its own balance. And just see how you feel in the mind, in the body. And just notice how the breath is. And throughout our practice today, we're going to come back to noticing the breath, always without any judgment. But just experimenting, connecting, and seeing as we begin to alter the breath, change the breath as we start to kind of release those habitual patterns, those ways of thinking, emotional patterns, things that are already coded in our body and our mind. Just see if these patterns shift and alter throughout the practice this evening. And if you'd like to, we'll just take a moment to set an intention. So this could be an intention to carry you through tomorrow's energy of the full moon and perhaps even into the next 12 months ahead. Or it could be something more immediate, something just for the practice, the day, the week. Just anything that comes to you, an area of focus. Ready, just turning the hands over to rest on the knees. We're going to start to wake up the body with big hip circles coming into Sufi grind. So from the hips we're moving, inhaling, lifting and opening that heart center. Exhale, really rounding out through the back to release. Inhale, lift and open, nice big deep breath. Exhale, rounding out, softening the lower back, the shoulders. Powerful breath here. Gently slowing your circle, we're going to move the opposite direction. So still coming forward, lifting and opening. Exhale, round out to release. Nice deep breath still. Really opening through that chest, through that heart center as you come forward. Really rounding out, releasing off that spine as you exhale back. Gently slowing your circle, coming back to center. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. And just allow the jaw to soften, the mouth to open, and we're going to powerfully exhale out through the mouth. Just once more, allow those shoulders to drop. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. We're going to come into an alternative form of spinal flex. So this actually can be done as a standalone exercise. It increases the aerobic capacity and actually the efficiency of our body. So it's really stimulating the nervous system. Yeah, it's a really nice way to do a spinal flex. So the hands stay on the knees, but the arms are straight. So we're sitting up really nice and tall so that the arms stay straight. Now the breath is really interesting here. We're going to take a really nice big deep inhale all the way down into the belly. And then with the breath held, we're going to come into that spinal flex. So we're bringing the chest forward, tilting from the pelvis, coming backwards with that breath held. So the breath is in the whole time. And then when you can no longer hold the breath, we'll come back to center and we're going to exhale powerfully out through the mouth. So it will be a for as long as you can, back to center, out through the mouth. So it's a different type of spinal flex. You'll feel it a lot more across the chest, but we are still trying to flex that spine, so still tilting from that pelvis area. So if you're ready, we're going to sit up really nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in. The maximum capacity of the lungs, then suspend the breath here, and then lifting that chest forward, rounding out the back. Lift and open, round out the back. Push that tongue to the roof of the mouth, making that connective circle. When you can no longer hold the breath, you just come back to center, powerfully exhale through the mouth. Keep going with this. This exercise is really building stamina. It's increasing the efficiency of our lungs. It's bringing the oxygen, new oxygen, fresh oxygen into the blood. Pushing that tongue to the roof of the mouth as you're holding, suspending the breath. This is just stimulating the meridian points in the roof of the mouth. This will actually probably help you hold the breath for longer than you think you can. Just finishing the round you're on, we're going to take one more round. So inhale. When you need to, back to center, powerfully exhale. And just release the hands from the knees, allow them to rest, palms facing up. And again, just soften or close the eyes and just connect back to the breath. Just allow the breath back into its natural rhythm. And just seeing how you feel in the body, in the mind. Maybe even noticing how the breath is. Is it smooth? Is it a little bit ragged? Either way, just placing no judgment. We just want to observe. We just want to connect deeply to that breath and just realize the difference we can make to our own breath very simply, very easily. So we're just going to continue to open up that spine. We're going to bring the hands up to the shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs just tucked behind, and we're going to come into a spinal twist. So we're going to inhale left, exhale right. Again, opening up that lower spine, that mid spine, maybe even across the chest. You might feel that opening sensation. Keeping the eyes closed here. If the eyes are open, you're going to end up feeling dizzy and possibly even a little bit sick. So powerful breath, powerful movement, but with those eyes closed. And inhale, center. Suspend the breath here. Squeeze the root lock. So the muscles of the anus, the sex organs, the lower abdominal. Really send that energy up through the spine, up and out the crown of the head. When you need to release the breath, release the lock. Powerfully exhale. Allow the arms down. Just allow the breath, the moment to come back into its natural rhythm. Feel that openness in the back, in the spine, across the chest, in the lungs, the heart center. I'm going to bring the legs out nice and wide, so just stretching through the backs of the legs, continuing just to open up and free up those hips a bit more. So just give them a little shake if you need to settle. And we're going to come into a life nerve stretch, but we're going to take alternate sides. So we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to turn towards the left leg to begin with. Exhale down, and we're going to be moving, so we're not holding the posture. We're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, turning towards the right leg, coming down. So and we're just alternating from one leg to the other, so just joining in whenever you're ready. Again, just feeling that nice stretch down through the backs of the legs, maybe even into the hips, the lower back. Keep the shoulders soft if you can. Try not to allow them to raise too far up to the ears. Try and keep them nice down and relaxed. Powerful breath. Next time you come up, just retain the breath in, come to center. And exhale, we're just going to reach forward. So just stretching forward. You can bring the hands down onto the ground. Just imagine that we're trying to bring the belly towards the ground, then the chest, then the head. So not just dropping the head, we're trying to bring that whole body down, and just breathe here. So just really feeling that stretch through the tops of the legs, the hips. Keep the shoulders soft and relaxed. It's going to take a couple more breaths just to deepen the stretch. Inhale, we're going to lift the arms up to the ears, straighten the back. Exhale, relax the arms down, bring those legs in, give them a really nice shake, a gentle massage, a tap, the soles of the feet, the calves, the shins, up through the thighs, around the hip area. Just shaking off any stress, any tension. Just coming back to a comfortable seated position. So if easy pose is comfortable for you, then come into easy pose. But if you need to be sat differently, we're going to come into kind of our breath work now. So if you want to sit on a cushion, make sure you're comfortable here. It's really difficult if the body becomes uncomfortable. It's very difficult to stay in a more meditative space because our mind starts to wander by my leg hurts or my arm's uncomfortable. So just coming into whatever that comfortable seated position looks like for you is the most important thing here. We're just going to roll the shoulders so that we're making sure that they're nice and back and down. So just rolling a couple of times backwards and just lengthening up through the neck. Gently tuck that chin to allow the spine to be straight all the way from the base of the spine, the root of the body, up and out through the crown of the head. One nice long straight line all the way up through the spine. And we're just going to close the eyes. The eyes are closed for all of the breath. Obviously, if you need to open them to see, then please feel free to do so. But otherwise, we're going to keep the eyes closed. And our gaze with closed eyes is at the brow. So that kind of third eye point, the top of the nose where the eyebrows meet. We're going to keep our internal focus there. So the eyes are closed, but with our gentle internal focus at the brow. So we're going to come into left nostril breathing to begin with. So we're going to rest the left hand in Gaya Mudra. So that's just first finger and thumb touching just down on the left knee. We're going to use the right hand and the right thumb to block off the right nostril. Now, I prefer to place the thumb just underneath the nostril to block it off, but you can just gently push along the side if that's more comfortable for you. My preference is along the bottom, but just feel whichever way is more comfortable for you is perfectly fine. So with the thumb blocking off that right nostril, we're just going to inhale and exhale, really nice, long, deep, complete yogic breath through the left nostril only. So we're just going to begin this breath now, nice, long and deep. And breathing through the left nostril is really connecting us to that moon energy. It's the moon side of the body. The breath is calming, soothing the nervous system. So just feel yourself become calm, perhaps connected to the energy of the moon, and allow your breath to lengthen and deepen. Just breathing, inhaling and exhaling only through the left nostril. breath here, so we're just holding the breath. And exhale, just relaxing that hand down. And just taking a few moments just to connect back to the breath in its natural rhythm. Just observing how the breath is, how the mind feels. Just deeply connecting to that power that's within your own breath. Just noticing how that conscious breath, maybe for you it might have been challenging, it might have been easy, that instant sense of calm. Sometimes it can be hard to get command over the breath, so just noticing without any judgment just how you're feeling. And when you're ready, we're just going to bring the first finger and thumb of the right hand together in Gaya Mudra on the knee, and we're going to bring the left hand up, and this time we're going to block off the left nostril and just breathe through the right. So this is the sun energy, the energizing, the uplifting energy that we're connecting to here with this right nostril breath. So just again, nice long deep breathing, and just noticing how the mind feels through this breath as you alter the breath. Whether you can feel any of those habitual patterns of emotion or attention that's encoded in the body and the mind, whether they're starting to release, whether they're starting to show themselves. Just notice, just observe with those eyes still closed and gently focused at the brow, just long deep breathing. In. Just comfortably suspending that breath. And when you need to, just exhale, release the hand down to rest on the knee. And once more, just allow the breath back to its natural rhythm. Once more, just observing how you're feeling, any thoughts that are popping up. Noticing how the breath is when it's back in its natural rhythm. We're going to come back to bringing that left hand back into Gaya Mudra, so just allowing it to rest on the left knee, first finger and thumb touching. And with the right hand, we're going to be blocking off the right nostril, inhaling left, then closing off the left nostril, exhaling right. So we'll use the thumb to block off the right nostril, inhale. And then you can either use the first finger or the little finger to block off the left nostril and exhale out through the right. And then we're going back, so we're closing off the right nostril, inhale left, exhale right. So we're always inhaling left, exhaling right. We will switch over, but not in this set. So we're always inhaling left, exhaling right, again with that nice straight spine. Breathing in this way really gives us that perspective, that emotional balance. So again, nice, long, deep, regular breath. Going with the breath, feel that balance coming back into your mind, that emotional balance, that release of any habitual patterns. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Take a nice deep breath in. Just pause, suspend the breath. And exhale, relax the arms down. Once more, coming back to the breath's own natural rhythm, its own flow. Once more, just noticing, just observing. Sense of balance, perspective, calmness. And of course, we now allow me to balance that breath. So we're going to bring the right hand into Gaya Mudra, first finger and thumb, and we're going to use the left hand this time to block off the left nostril, and we're going to switch round the motion. So we're inhaling inhaling right, then using either the little finger or the first finger to block off the right nostril, exhale left. Continuing in this way, inhale right. Exhale left. That same lovely long deep breath. And this way around, we're really using the breath to let go of the day. This is a good way to promote calmness, especially after a shock or after something's happened that we weren't expecting. Just directing the breath with ease. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Just pause, suspend the breath. When you need to release the breath, release the hand and exhale, relaxing down. Just allow the breath back to its natural state, its natural rhythm. Feeling that sense of freedom, that calmness. For our last breath, we're going to just bring both hands into Gyan Mudra, and we're going to begin a powerful, really regular, conscious breath of fire, as long as none of the cautions apply to you. So as long as you're not pregnant or on the first 3 days of your cycle. If you have any discomfort in that abdominal area and you don't want to contract the belly back, you can just long, deep breathe here. So we're just going to come into a few minutes of nice, long, deep breathing, really powerful, slow, deep breaths. or that powerful conscious breath of fire where we're pulling the navel back towards the spine as we exhale. So it's as if you're trying to blow out a candle through the nostrils. So staying in this comfortable seated position, both hands in Gaya Mudra, and either beginning breath of fire or long deep breathing here. Sure you're keeping the shoulders relaxed, that chin gently tucked, the spine nice and straight, the focus of the eyes, they're still gently closed but focused at that brow, making the breath powerful, conscious. Feel that deep sense of connection, whether you're long deep breathing or breath of fire, bringing all of that prana, that life force energy, that chi into your body, re-energizing your system. We're just here with this breath for 1 more minute, so stay with it if you can. Hold the breath here. We're going to hold the breath for longer than you think you can, so suspend the breath. And mentally begin to watch that energy circulate through the entire body, from the tips of the toes all the way up through the legs, the body, down to the fingers, up through the spine, the heart center, into the head and out through the crown. When you need to, gently exhale. Just relax the breath here. So just concentrating on that natural flow of the breath, that life force energy, really bringing your attention to noticing your mind, your emotions, and how they've changed. How working with the breath has adjusted them, all that sense of peace, stillness, balance. Just observe the natural flow of your breath as the life force within you. posture, and we're just going to gently meditate with long Sat Nam. So we're going to be chanting Sat for a count of 7, and the Nam is short. The Nam is 1. So Sat is our truth, our true identity. Nam is our name. So we're really fixing on standing in our own truth, really feeling that intense, increased clarity and that sense of balance, that sense of self. So we're just going to be here for a couple of minutes. So just joining in with the chanting if you're able to. So deeply inhale. Sat Nam. 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 Take a nice deep breath in. Just pause the breath here, just suspend the breath. Feel that deep sense of connection to yourself. When you need to, just gently relax the breath, release the breath, and come all the way down to lying on the back just for a few minutes of relaxation, to allow your body to integrate fully. All of this wonderful work you've been doing, all of this repatterning, breaking those habitual patterns, and allowing the body to recode, the mind to recode, relaxing deeply in a gentle, peaceful meditation. soften, relax the jaw, and exhale softly and gently out through the mouth. Just begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Start to circle the wrists and the ankles, changing direction. Reaching the arms up overhead onto the ground behind you, pointing the toes in the opposite direction. Take a nice deep breath in and a full body stretch from the tips of the toes to the tops of the fingers. And powerfully exhale, relax the arms back down. Tucking the knees up in towards the chest and rocking from side to side to massage out the lower spine. Just coming back to center and begin to rub the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet together, stimulating the nerve endings found in the palms and the soles, balancing that nervous system. And relax back down. And then either rocking along the length of the spine or coming over onto one side. Just coming back up to a comfortable seated position. And just for one last time in our practice together today, just connecting back to your breath just for a moment. Connecting back to the mind, to your emotions, and just observing the difference in your energy, the difference in your emotions, the difference in your thoughts, and just acknowledging that relationship between the breath and the body and the mind. And just gently bringing the palms together at the heart center. We'll seal our practice with one long Sat Nam, inhaling to begin. Sat Nam. Gently bowing the head down towards the ground to equalize the energy between the head and the heart. Just to help us stay balanced in life between our heart and our mind and our soul. Sat Nam. I hope the breath has brought you some balance, some energy, it's really lovely practice and interesting to work with the breath in all these different ways. So thank you so much for joining.